So, Arjuna, either fight and win the kingdom, or fight and fall, gaining heaven. But either way, you must stand and fight. Krishna continued, "So far, I have spoken to you about your duty from the perspective of wisdom. But even when we look at it from the point of action, the conclusion remains the same. Prepare yourself for battle, treating pleasure and pain, gain and loss, victory and defeat with equal indifference. The senses are more powerful than the body, but the mind is stronger than the senses. Greater than the mind is the intellect, and above the intellect is the soul, which is the highest. Arjuna, whenever righteousness is in danger and wrongdoing prevails, I take form to protect the good and destroy evil, again and again, throughout the ages. Even if you are the worst of sinners, knowledge can lift you out of your sins. The fire of true understanding can burn all past actions to ashes." Arjuna wasn't just a passive listener. He absorbed Krishna's message deeply, while grappling with the complex challenges of life. Everyone who carries heavy responsibilities will eventually face moments of uncertainty, feeling stuck at a crossroads, unsure of which path to take. Doubts don't make a person weak. In fact, they reflect a strong mind. True greatness doesn't come from avoiding doubts, but from overcoming them. Arjuna then questioned Krishna, "You praise the path of knowledge, Sankhya Yoga, on one hand, and the path of action, Karma Yoga, on the other. Which of these two paths is truly better?" Krishna explained, "Both the path of knowledge and the path of action lead to supreme happiness. They are not opposed to each other." Krishna explained further, "Both the path of knowledge and the path of action led to the same goal, but Karma Yoga, doing your duty without attachment to the outcome, is easier to follow. The one who performs their duty without seeking rewards is a true renouncer, a real sannyasi. It's always better to follow your own duty, even if imperfect, than to do someone else's duty perfectly. Each person has a role based on their nature, and abandoning your role because it seems flawed is wrong. Every action has some imperfection, just like fire is always accompanied by smoke. You are a warrior, Arjuna, and your duty is to fight. The advantage here is that this is a righteous war, and I see that you're not driven by greed. Yoga, in the end, is about being efficient and skilled. True mastery in any art, profession, or field is a form of divinity. Arjuna, I am the soul seated in the heart of all beings. I am the beginning, middle, and end of all existence. Among the gods, I am Vishnu. Among the winds, I am the glory of the Maruts. Of the Vedas, I am the Samaveda, and of mortals, I am the life force. Among the Rudras, I am Sankara, and among the Pandavas, I am you, Arjuna. Of the Vrishnis, I am Vasudeva. I am time itself, the letter A, and the sound Om. Even among deceitful acts, I am gambling. Know that this entire universe is held together by just a fragment of my limitless power. If you let your ego convince you not to fight, it will be in vain. Your own nature, as a warrior, will compel you to act. Now, let me guide you further on the path of Bhakti Yoga, the path of devotion and prayer. Surrender all duties to me and seek refuge in me alone. I will absolve you of all your sins. Do not fear, rise and fight." Krishna's words filled Arjuna with light and understanding. Arjuna said, "Krishna, my confusion is gone. By your grace, I am now enlightened, and all my doubts are cleared. I will do my duty." During this conversation, Arjuna also witnessed Krishna's divine universal form, realizing him as the creator, the force behind all things. Arjuna, overwhelmed with awe, witnessed Krishna in his true divine form, the creator, sustainer, and destroyer of the worlds. He was filled with spiritual joy and enlightenment. The Bhagavad Gita, which contains Krishna's divine message to Arjuna, is one of the most studied and commented upon texts in the world. It has been translated into nearly every language and has inspired countless scholars through generations in India and beyond. What makes the Bhagavad Gita unique is that it is free from rigid doctrines or fanatical ideas. It doesn't claim to have a single solution for all the world's problems. Instead, it offers a dynamic philosophy of duty and action. Some critics have argued that Indian philosophy, particularly the Gita, has encouraged passivity or surrender in the face of life's challenges. But Arjuna's story proves the opposite. After hearing Krishna's message, Arjuna did not become passive or abandon his role as a warrior. He fought bravely, holding onto his Gandiva bow rather than retreating into asceticism.